The ability to return to an original form after compression or stretching. Resilience. I have been stretched, compressed, and broken in various ways throughout my life, but I am certainly not alone in that. There are parts of myself that I do not value, pieces of my body or mind that still make my skin crawl to this day. But despite those insecurities, there are small fractions of me that I have come to love and appreciate. Tiny details that weave into my daily life to bring me joy or help me along the way. It is these details, though, that were not so friendly to me growing up. In fact, some of them made me wish I was someone else entirely most of the time. My lips. Bright red and larger than most every other boy around me. They became a beacon of concern for some, and I became Rudolph before he was in high demand. How many times can a little boy be asked if he's wearing lipstick and shamed for having a certain kind of lip before he starts to believe that it really must be a bad thing? Turns out it's just once that really matters. One time is all it took for me to put the pieces together. Big lips, red lips, lipstick. Girls wear lipstick. They think I wear lipstick. Lipstick is feminine. Boys aren't that. Boys are the opposite of that. But I have these lips. So what must that mean about me? My hands. This one is old and frankly really outdated. It's a type of shaming that seems so trivial now. These hands that I used to play countless hours of patty cake with, make mud pies after a hard rain with, grip a baseball bat at home plate with, apparently bent back a little too far, moved a little too loosely when I talked. These hands meant I surely must be different, must be doing something wrong. I learned to straighten these out and calm them down over time, though. We all must survive. We all must be resilient. My smile. First of all, thanks, Mom and Dad, for buying it. Props. This smile has become one of my greatest assets, as it has allowed me to charm and joke my way out of far too many uncomfortable situations. But this smile has also given me away on more than one occasion. You know, I didn't even think you were gay until you smiled. Or, yeah, you're definitely gay when you laugh. These are things I thought I would never hear from family or friends. Learning that when you are expressing the purest form of happiness, it reminds people that you are something which your whole life you were told was wrong. Something you based on comments like, my son, I just realized there are kids here. There's a curse word. Would you like me to go forward? Okay. Comments like, my son better not be a fucking fag, is a tough hill to climb. Doesn't really give one confidence to express much, does it? My body. The one thing in my life that I was shamed for being ashamed of after being shamed for having. I was always the chubby one, the, oh wow, aren't you big for your age one? I was the tall one, the broad-shouldered one, though you probably should try a size husky one. My parents encouraged it with the rich southern food and my mother's inability to tell us no. So by the time I was old enough to realize what it meant to be attractive, I was wearing a shirt to any and every otherwise deemed shirtless activity. PE was a nightmare and a constant anxiety. Pool parties were miserable, if even an option. And summers spent on the river were filled with worry. Oh, stop worrying about it. No one cares. You look okay. Okay. What a shitty excuse for the truth. My body is the one thing on this list that has yet to turn over from the dark side. It is the one thing holding on those years of mental compression, waiting, hoping for a break in the darkness. My body, as crazy as it may seem for those of you watching me tell this story, is the one thing that holds me back most. I may not be that chubby little boy anymore, and let me tell you, I worked my butt off to not be, but he is very much still alive and well. The voices of everyone who ever said anything about me not being enough, or not literally or figuratively fitting into their box, plays on repeat on my head most days. I had always hoped that one day this list of things would stop being on other people's list of reasons I wasn't enough. My resilience brought me through to a time in my life where that is more true than I ever dreamed. I am proud that each of these attributes help to define me. They are my reminders that who I am is not perfect, that I am not just my big red lips or super gay smile. I am both of these things, and sometimes none. I am every detail of my body, mind, and spirit working together to do what I can to be myself. I allowed the people around me to compress and stretch who I was by attacking those details and turning the pieces of me into what felt like shards of glass sticking out of my skin. I transformed, hid those things away, made things easier for myself. I have been fortunate because I have been able to return to my original form. I have been able to see the beauty in a grown man who loves to laugh big and loud while playing patty cake and kiss my guy with these big, bright red lips. It is the beginning of this list that gives me hope, though. It is the beginning of this list that taught me to survive, to take those things about myself and realize their full potential. My lips. I mean, let's be honest. They're trendy as fuck right now. and not to toot my own horn, but I think I'm a pretty good kisser. My hands. They're strong, and yeah, a little loose when I talk, but I'm all the more interesting to listen to because of it. These hands hold those of the person that I love. And if there's not hope in that, then I quit. My smile, or better yet, my laugh, has become a testament of my resilience. It is the thing that keeps me going, lifts me up, carries me forward. Laughter and smiles are the things that bring people together and keep them there through all of life's struggles. There are still things that need to pass through the darkness, but I know that in the darkness is where the hope lives, waiting to be discovered.